Did Dana White fumble the bag by allowing Francis Ngannou to walk away, not paying Francis, not putting his backing and support behind his heavyweight champion, allowing him to go fight Tyson Fury? Because right now, that could have been the UFC champion. That could have been Francis Ngannou, UFC champion, as opposed to Francis Ngannou, former UFC champion, and now, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just different. He would have had the UFC backing him. Francis didn't need it, right? Francis got all the money there. He didn't have to split nothing with the UFC or anything like that, but the UFC could have been in on that, and the UFC could have turned this around and marketed this as, we have a potential boxing heavyweight champion too, guys. You know what I mean? Bring back Zuffa boxing, which Dana White mentioned a few years ago, how they were trying to work on that. And you could have had a legitimate contender for the heavyweight championship of the world. This guy could really go in there and do it. That's the kind of talent we have in UFC, etc., etc. And it could have been something great for the UFC. Even in the loss that it wasn't a loss, it was a robbery. But I understand why Dana White didn't do it. Dana White didn't do it because he didn't want to see what we all thought was going to happen, at least what I certainly thought was going to happen. I thought Francis Ngannou was going to go in there, and if he didn't get Tyson Fury out within the first 5 to 6 rounds, 4 to 6 rounds, Francis would have got tired. Tyson would have started doing what Tyson does, and around anywhere from 7 to 10 would have got knocked out, and I thought Francis Ngannou would have face planted and all things like that. That's what I thought was going to happen. Couldn't be further from the truth. What actually happened was Tyson Fury, he looked weak against Francis Ngannou. Usually Tyson Fury is able to wear down his opponent in the clinch and lean on them and use his size and his strength advantage against guys like Deontay Wilder. Usually he's able to do that. He was not able to do that against Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou was stronger than him. He was, he's a big guy, heavy guy, strong guy, powerful guy, better in the clinch, more well-trained in the clinch than Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury, there was times where he was doing double leg takedowns, and Francis Ngannou would just sprawl and brawl. We see it in MMA all the time. Boxing fans don't know what this is, but what it is when a guy goes for a takedown or tries to initiate the clinch, basically close distance and get contact with you, he's able to break off of that. Not only do you defend that initial attempt, but you hit off on the break. That's called sprawl and brawl. We see it all the time in MMA. And Francis was doing that. He was showing his MMA clinch skills in the boxing ring, and it was beautiful to see. He dominated that facet of the fight. And Francis, it looks like he's the kind of guy that punch for punch, he's got some, really strong power. You don't want to get hit by him at all. And yeah, you could see Tyson wasn't trying to get hit by him, and he didn't like it when he did, you know what I mean? We saw the post-fight images. Tyson's got the black eye. I've never seen Tyson Fury look like that. When have you guys seen Tyson Fury look like that after a fight? You had the Otto Wallin fight where he had the cut over his eye, but you've never seen Tyson Fury get beat up like that. Like, he was getting beat up by Francis. Shots to the body, everything like that. He was getting beaten up, bro. So, that's my take on that. I do not think, overall, to answer this question, I do not think that Dana White fumbled the bag because, listen, it's too big of a risk. It's too big of a risk. He shocked the world, okay, great, but you just can't let your heavyweight champion go out there and potentially get starched by the boxing heavyweight champion. You can't do it. It's not smart to do it, but at the same time, if you're a gambler, which Dana White is, you know what I mean? At the same time, he could have put all his chips in on Francis, and Francis could have, he dropped him. He dropped Tyson Fury. Fury didn't drop Francis, you know what I mean? Like, it could have really been big for the UFC, but the UFC's big machine keeps spinning. I don't think they necessarily needed that to stay number one where they are. That's my take on that. I'm going to say Dana White did not fumble the bag, but it did definitely vindicate. Francis Ngannou didn't either. Francis Ngannou 100% did not fumble the bag. He is the bag, and you got to give him credit where it's due. Salute to Francis Ngannou. He believed in himself, and it really did pay off. It really did. So far, anyways, right? I mean, who knows where this turns 3 years from now or anything like that, but so far this has been all Francis Ngannou, Credit to him. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you agree, disagree, it does not matter. Just join the discussion and please follow for more. Thank you. You are appreciated.